I got headphones. Yeah. Give me a second. If you should be alright, bro. It's all right. Somebody playing music in the back?
No. At least I don't think.
Okay. Give me a second. Yeah, that shit.
Come on, YouTube. Don't be stupid.
Fucking YouTube.
There we go. I think.
Don't be a tube, YouTube.
Yep, it's there.
Yep. I just clicked it. That's why.
Mm-mm.
Click. Click on Nodia.
All right, super. Yes, now we are. Welcome, everybody, to True Story Bro Live, as usual. Well, we're missing one, as usual. Usually it's 6 of us.
Something was usual today. Like, is this the usual?
It's very usual. Anyway, I am Echo Ninja, and what about the rest of you guys? Everybody knows the rest of them. Today, we are going to be talking about Venom, was it Saints of Newark, a whole bunch of Konami shit, and more. But first, we're going to be talking about the Saints of New York. The Saints of Newark. I keep wanting to call it Saints of New York. I don't know why.
Probably because they're close by.
No. Kind of.
Yeah.
They kind of close.
It's right next door. I mean, shit. Yeah.
So, anybody here see Saints of Newark?
This Black
Except
Guinea
for
here.
me and probably Al.
Of course I did.
That's what I said, except for you.
I have not, unfortunately. I haven't gotten around to watching it. When did it dropped Friday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been busy the whole weekend. I haven't had a chance to myself.
Got you.
You know, Friday we all chill, playing.
Aloha, Peanut.
What's good, Mr. Peanut?
Oh, what up, Peanut? What up, Peanut? How you doing, man?
All right, so basically, what you say, Cedric?
Just keep going. It's a new subscriber for us.
I couldn't hear Cedric for a second. But I really don't think I do. But anyway,
what? Damn, anyway, we're all washed today. Yeah.
What?
I said I think we're all washed today.
I'm good.
But anyway, I actually just watched that movie today. Oh, nice. And it felt like another Soprano episode to me.
Mm-hmm. Right on. No, I'll second that.
It's not a bad thing, but it's also not a good thing. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah.
All right.
And I do understand. I do understand that it was like. Now, of course, the commercials they kind of, blatantly just, poured the whole fact of Tony Soprano being the main point. But when you watch the movie, he really wasn't.
Well, the whole show,
which I understand that
the whole movie wasn't about. It really wasn't about Tony. It was about Dickie Moltisanti. That was
it was about the guy who mentored him.
Tony's there, yes, because that's his mentor, but it was mainly about Dickie Moltisanti and pretty much the family and how it started and everything like that. So Tony wasn't a focal point, but he was a focal point. Like
he was a secondary character.
Mm-hmm.
He was secondary.
Yeah,
because I mean, he's not there yet. He's this is Tony the teen years and shit.
Well, we saw him Tony the kid as well. He started seeing Dickie Moltisanti from when I don't know how old Dickie Moltisanti was, but at the same time he was an adult. But but Tony Soprano was a kid when the movie just started, and I don't know if anybody watched it, but I like how it opened up. I was a shock for it the way it opened up. I did not expect that.
Showing what it showed.
Well, just opening up like with Christopher talking, I'm like, what? and there's something that they allude to a lot of times during Sopranos, and you hear it beyond the grave, even. And I was like, oh shit, beyond the grave, even. I get it. I fucking get it. I was like,
that guy
shout out
is
to
dead.
that thing.
Oh yeah.
I was like, whoa. I was like, okay, I got you. I got
and
you.
they showed baby Christopher in the movie too, which was funny, and he was scared of Tony the entire time.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, you better get used to that, kid. Get used to that.
Yep. He
Did anybody here see The Sopranos other than us three? Did you guys
No, I definitely watched The Sopranos. I think I have to like watch like part of like the last season, but I know how it ended and all that stuff. So
right.
I'm there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Wednesday?
There was a lot of stuff in the so little keynote. If anybody watched the movie, that diner that Tony was in
the show
is the one in the at the end.
Holstein's. It's a nice spot. I've been there a few times.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't expecting to get like, whacked, but I mean shit. But I'm saying that food took me out though. The food was slamming. That food was great.
Yeah.
Definitely. I was like, I'm in fucking like Jersey history right here.
It's funny because they did the Newark riots with the fire of what was it 64?
67.
And it's 67. And it's cool how the whole black taxi driver they implemented that whole thing in that.
Yep, they had to.
Because that was the cause, basically.
Right.
Yeah. It was a lot. Like to see that was the first time I actually seen something like talking about the North riots and seeing something like because we seen two things that happened like with in different shows of what happened in Tulsa, but we've never seen anything that happened like somebody recreate what happened in the North riots. We never seen that, and that was the first time I've actually ever seen it. And I was impressed. I was like, wait, I know that street. Hobbies is over there. I know that street.
Yeah, because the funny thing about it is there was a scene that they showed where everybody was looting the place and everything, and it was in daytime. And I forgot the character's name. It was the black guy. They showed him on, I think it was on Market Street, because you can see the white chapel house all the way at the end.
Absolutely.
Oh, that was
from one of the churches down there.
What street is that? That's not Halsey. No, it's not Halsey. It crosses Halsey Street. I forgot the name.
I mean, that was the same spot where like they did Joker. I think, on Springfield Avenue.
Yep.
They did the Joker on Broad and Market.
Oh.
Somewhere around there. Yeah.
I'm still surprised. Well, it's weird. Newark has been a focal point in certain movies. Dark Knight Returns, Joker. What's the other dude's name? Fuck. He died in a car crash. Part of Fast and Furious. They shot it. Paul Walker. He had a movie. They shot it in Newark as well.
You ain't talking about brick mansions, are you?
No.
What do you mean way to keep it local?
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know what he's talking about.
Me neither.
But no, but yeah, like a lot of movies recently, and when I say recently, I literally mean like in the last 10 years, have been done over there in Newark, and it's pretty cool because people I mean, to be honest, Sopranos is what made kind of New Jersey a focal point to do film in now.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I mean,
And it's funny because before that, people would make jokes about New Jersey being like the worst place to go to. That in Cleveland.
I mean, they still do, but
they still do.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like even when it comes to wrestling, every time they do WrestleMania here, there's like, WrestleMania is going to be in New York. You shooting it at MetLife Stadium. You know how far you were from New York, like, like. I'm not paying attention anyway. So it's like New York. You're far from New York. You're at MetLife, but you're in Jersey. Like, can you just say New Jersey? Like, it's just WrestleMania has a habit of doing that shit.
Yeah, but the reason why they do that, and I see why they do that, because in a way, Newark still doesn't have the what's the word? It doesn't have that pop like New York does, I guess. So and that's just how it goes in that type of business. And I can't blame them for it, but I kind of do. So it's like I'm on the fence, but I get why they do it. I get why they do it. I'm not trying to completely make an excuse for it, but I get why they do it.
The Jets and the Giants still play there. I mean, so
yeah, I know.
But one team has New Jersey. One team has New Jersey, New York. So it's New Jersey, New York Giants, and the Jets is completely New York. So,
and the thing is, though, Redbeard does have a point. We are talking a lot about Newark, and some of our viewers who aren't from this state doesn't know what the hell we're talking about. And he is absolutely.
We're talking about Sopranos. So if you're talking about Sopranos, we're talking about New Jersey, which means Newark, New Jersey.
Yes, but he's talking about other viewers in general, not him. He's not talking about himself. Yeah. But I do get that, because I do know certain people who have watched us live on here who aren't from New Jersey or the East Coast, to be honest. And I work with people who are outsourced, of course, in like other states, who's never been to New Jersey ever. So right. when I tell them about certain places over here, they were like, I don't know what you're talking about. But just to give you a taste, Newark is like kind of the melting pot of New Jersey, I would want to say. Back in the day, it was originally had a lot of like Italians, Black people, and like Portuguese people. And
Portuguese didn't move until after, but
well, yeah, they moved after the riots.
Indeed.
And they're now in the Ironbound district, which is basically fully Portuguese, and the Ironbound is like right next to downtown Newark. I know I'm like sputtering a lot of info about Newark, but just look up the 1967 riots, and it can literally explain to you about what we were talking about with the movie Saints of Newark and the scene that we were talking about. Right. About that whole thing with those riots. The riots were tough. My mom was born in '63, so she was around during the riots. So was my dad.
Jesus.
So they saw it firsthand.
Wow. When it died. It's funny. A lot of people died.
Yes, a lot of people died.
Yes,
a lot of people died.
I mean, like many states in Newark, like not tiptoe, but they mentioned like a lot of the. They didn't show all the killing.
Hardly.
I mean, that's why they tiptoe. Yeah, Peanut, exactly. They tiptoed a little bit. They didn't show a lot of the killing that happened during the riot. They just
because the point wasn't the killing. The point was the riots happened.
Right,
that's
exactly.
The whole point.
Right.
This ain't no documentary. We don't need to be all graphic. Just get to the point. That's
I mean, they did get graphic in the movie.
Yeah, but like graphic as in you don't need to go too far into the riots, because that's not the focal point. It's what the twist was, is what caused the rift later on with both Dickie and that one dude, because after that, the black dude, because after that,
Oh,
that's when
Harold.
that black dude started
Oh,
to get
yeah,
the
yeah.
idea of being on his own.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
it was all about. I
I
mean,
keep
you look about
forgetting his name.
Harold.
Harold. Thank you.
I
Thank you.
mean, you look at it, it was all about money.
Yeah, it was. And then
Bottom line,
they both went after that same girl.
technically, she was his stepmom.
I know.
Well,
Because
was about to be.
Oh gosh.
Things changed, unfortunately.
And she had the nerve was like, oh yeah. She said a black dick. Like, word? Like, you went there? All right, cool. Like,
I
word.
mean,
Well, hey, man.
whatever.
Sicily, man, Sicily, it's all related. Shit.
Yes,
But,
it was very entertaining movie.
I mean, it was a nice touch adding Ray Liotta.
You know what's weird though? I don't
Another Jersey
think,
resident.
I don't
It
think it's gonna be
confused the
only
shit out of
movie.
me because I was like, wait, what is he still doing alive? When
Yeah,
he
I
saw
was
him
like,
in prison.
Yeah.
Burn?
But then he got like
And
a
then I was
twin.
like, oh, a twin brother.
That's
Got
been locked
you.
up.
Yeah.
That's
And that
been
probably
locked
bugged
up.
people out. It's like, wait a minute, weren't you dead? Yeah.
He's been locked up for a minute. It's crazy. But
I mean, I guess that was kind of like a cute, like little Goodfellas nod a little bit, because it definitely had like because I mean, it did have some hints. Like I was getting like a Bronx Tale feels from that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A little bit. Because, like, was it Dickie, who I felt was played perfectly by, what's his name, Alessandro Nivola?
Yeah.
Who, he was unrecognizable to me, man, because that dude will always be Pollux Troy to me from Face Off. Like, dead ass. I didn't recognize him. Like, slick hair, professional, didn't know who he was.
Oh, man.
Dude, it messed me up.
I completely forgot he was Pollux Troy.
He was?
Oh, my God.
I know, that messed you up, right? That's totally
you completely went there with that one.
It was weird. It's weird when I was watching it. I was just like, I didn't think about it because I was just like, oh shit, that's Dickie Moltisanti. That's the first time we got to see Dickie Moltisanti. So I was just like, oh shit, like.
I mean, I'm glad we got to finally hear about that. I mean, all we heard was talk, of course. I mean,
right?
That's all we heard was talk. But then we finally got to it, and we saw like his legend and how like respected he was, and pretty much, he was. Just as loyal he was to the crew. I mean, which didn't exactly go well with certain people. Junior.
Right. So he was like, because when his dad died, he became the boss.
Right.
And Johnny Soprano was the capo. And then Junior was a capo. So they were all underneath Dickie.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's weird though. You know what's weird though? Like we saw Johnny didn't do that much bad stuff, but you know what I mean? Like like they didn't really go into what Johnny did too much. I believe Johnny became the boss after Dickie, right?
Well, Dickie wasn't really the boss.
Yeah, he was.
I don't know about
after
that.
His father, he became the main dude, and then Junior and Tony's dad became the capos underneath that.
Well, yeah, I mean, Johnny was in charge until his death in '82, and then Junior took over.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Right. Well, it wasn't Junior. It was what's it? Not Ralphie. April. Because he died.
Jackie, right?
Jackie. That became the boss after Johnny Soprano died.
Yeah. Yep.
Y'all guys are more like I've seen Sopranos and I know a bit of it, but you guys know way more than I do. Shit.
Yeah, it was one of my favorite shows.
I was dedicated to it every Sunday.
I mean, so hey, so was I, and I was getting so into that story, but like I haven't gotten a second to look at it since it went off. Yes.
Because honestly, I had to recap before I saw the movie. I had to recap like all 6 seasons. I had to recap.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, let's see what leads up to this shit.
But the good thing about it, the movie was the fact that we got to see. Well, we got to see one how Vicky Moltisanti really did his thing, and all the shit that he went through. So yeah, it's been a minute. It was a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
But it's one thing that weirded me out though.
What was that?
When Tony Soprano, when he was young, he didn't have that type of I guess the accent that much.
Well, it kind of had to be like developed. You know what I mean?
Right.
Especially being surrounded by it for long periods of time, especially when he was a teenager.
Yeah,
And you can kind of hear it, and you can see the Tony Soprano mannerisms too.
you do.
Like when he like the scene when he's in the dining room and his mom made the cheeseburger.
Yeah.
And then she like ran off, and you see him like fucking sit back and shit, and he starts like, doing that whole sitting back, looking around, moving his. I was like, that's a James Gandolfini type look that he's just pulling right now.
Word. Clearly, he studied.
I'm mad his mom made potato salad, but it was only like mayonnaise.
It's Italians, bro. They don't.
I was like, that looked bland as fuck.
Hey man, that's how they do. That's how they do.
But it's funny. But so has anybody? Well, probably not, because like he said, he was busy. Has anybody seen the post-credit scene to whatchamacallit, Venom?
Yeah,
I have. It was all over the place.
Yeah.
And it was more than typical.
Place, indeed.
Mm-hmm. And it was super typical.
Yeah. See, that is funny because like I have this thought process when he said 80 billion like fucking years of their species and shit like that he was gonna share with them, like share like a taste of them. I have a feeling now that whole like I guess multiversal shift happened, that all like because each of like the symbiotes, they're all linked like a hive mind,
right?
From what he was saying, do you kind of think that they're linked multiversal? So do you think, like, even though it's a horrible movie, do you think that the Spider-Man 3 Venom is kind of like hive mind linked to Tom Hardy's Venom in a way?
it's a possibility.
I won't outrule it.
Because I mean, since they're a hive mind, they all share like one. Because and plus, think about it. That whole point when he said when Venom looked at Peter on the screen and he said him, he's like, oh, I like him. He's like, you like it to me, it felt like he almost knew him without really meeting him. And I feel that he kind of got that thought process from the Spider-Man 3 Venom in a way. It's like it fed through it. Listen, like I said, it's just a theory thought. It's not something that's actual.
Yeah.
Well,
I see the face, Al, already. I see the face.
Well, the thing is that in the thing about it is that in their universe, there really wasn't any Avengers, anything like that. So when he finally sees Peter, Spider-Man actually, it's like it's a hunger, right? So he sees this powerful hero, and he's like, "Oh, I want that," because now he knows he can get even more stronger than what he is. So that's not.
But how can he sense that he even has abilities through a TV screen? Like, he could be just another Tony Stark, another kid with technology. He don't know that.
But there's no Tony
That's
Stark
why.
in the
That's why I
universe.
keep thinking. That's why when they mention that hive mind thing and Redbeard, he's saying that it wouldn't make sense with them
I get it.
connecting to different
Exactly.
dimensions. Now,
I agree with that.
I'm not too well versed with Venom that much as but like, I mean, you got, anybody who is right here or in the chats, let me know. Can they really like go through like go through thoughts through dimensions, or just they have to be in the same like universe or something like that?
I'm gonna let Max Beasley answer this one. And then
He's like, I don't know.
and then Sir Wednesday.
I mean, I'm just thinking back like to the whole like Secret War origins and like the things they experienced, and I know they already had like that whole limited series thing where there was like obviously there was a previous host before Eddie Brock, and yeah, they're old as shit, just about they were around when Celestials were around, so
Yeah.
they got some history on them, like extended. So, I mean, I wouldn't rule it out honestly, because I mean, to be honest, I didn't even know about the whole. I'm not caught up on that. What was it? That Null character?
I was just gonna mention him too.
Yeah, because I know he's like the big like symbiote, like I guess
He's kind of like the creator, the father of them.
king.
Yeah, which really kind of messes folks up in the Venom verse there, because I'm like, it's like you're new. So, but he's got like infinite knowledge, probably prior to that to the Watcher, through other like cosmic beings of like Galactus and Ego and all these other cats. So I wouldn't be surprised on like cross dimensions where they have all sorts of like intergalactic like knowledge and things, even though they have to get a human host to survive, but their memories are always like intertwined and they become one. So I wouldn't rule out like the whole cross dimension theory.
Yeah, but at the same instance, there technically weren't any symbiotes in that timeline, so you can't really, unless all of the other timelines merged at that exact same point. No other symbiotes were in that timeline, so at that point, it's a wash for the most part.
No doubt.
I mean, technically, there were symbiotes in that timeline.
Remember the first quiet on this?
The first movie?
Yeah, remember the first Venom movie? Or are you talking about the MCU?
The MCU.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
go ahead.
the
Sorry.
MCU didn't have symbiotes or anything like that, or mention of it. So
exactly
at that point, there's no hive mind. There's nothing. So he's witnessing Peter for the very first time and saying that that's interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
now, being that I didn't see the actual movie, how did he see Peter? Did he see him in person or on TV?
He saw it on TV, and then he licked the TV.
You know what? Because Venom was hanging out with Eddie so damn long, and sometimes he would just be in the house. There's no telling that was the first time he saw Peter. He probably heard of Spider-Man and seeing him doing all these things.
There was no Spider-Man in that timeline, though. They're just seeing that for the first time because they went into the MCU.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, definitely.
Essentially, in Venom's timeline, none of the other things exist.
Oh, okay.
So you got to think of it as like when they say Spider-Man is a menace, this and all that, and he murdered this and that. You got to think like this is the first time he's seen somebody with superpowers.
That's true. And then he's like, "Oh, if I can get with that nigga, because he can do all this stuff,
he can.
I want to be down.
I can get stronger."
Yeah, I mean, there could be a moment where, like, okay, he could possess him, and then he'll go back to Eddie,
or maybe not, because remember, they may do this whole. Oh, now it's speculating they may do this whole thing where he gets attached to Peter, and now he's in love with Peter because they have this, because of his powers and everything like that. Because Eddie is just a normal human, so if he gets attached to Peter and it starts like then we get to see the black suit finally, a new black suit, not that shit from Spider-Man 3. Because we don't
It's
want
funny.
The Night Monkey.
No, not the Night Monkey.
I don't
That
think
was
that
Yeah.
I don't think that we're gonna see the symbiote black suit for a while.
We
Yeah.
are getting a
Nah,
black suit though.
not right.
Oh yeah, we're getting like we're getting a
getting
black suit in the third movie. Yeah, it's gonna be like something I guess put together
Through Doctor
by
Strange.
Doctor Strange's magic or something.
Well, we'll
Yeah.
see when the movie comes
it
out.
it has gold trim.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see when the movie comes out because they showed it in the trailer, so we don't know yet.
So was Venom going to be in the multi-dimensional? I mean, most likely, I'm thinking maybe post-credit, end
I
credit.
mean, at this point in time, like when
He's currently in that universe now. So it's
Yeah.
either he shows up or he's gonna pop up towards the ending or something like that.
The
That makes
MCU
almost logical
universe.
sense.
Well,
Yeah.
one thing is they're milking this right now. So in other words, we're not gonna see the whole Spider-Man Venom thing happen right away, but they're gonna milk it for a while.
If they learned anything from Raimi and how he didn't want to do it in the fucking first place, and they forced him to do it, they'll let it marinate before they decide to take action.
Oh yeah, they are
Yeah.
because the next Spider-Man movie is Spider-Man 3, right? So
Yeah.
after that, we're probably going to see Spider-Man in other people's movies at this point. And
Yeah,
then,
because
and then
the
possibly,
movie deal will be over.
yeah, and then possibly we might see him in Venom 3. We'll have to see because now he's in the MCU, and we might see Venom in other people's movies as well. So,
I mean, that's what it's all about. Is just this whole crossover process. But then again, this is another reason why I can't stand Sony's strategy. They fucking did it too soon. They did it way too soon. They didn't even let him get like comfortable and marinate for like the, his final run in the MCU. They could have done this in a so much better format if they'd have just like, had introduced Venom in some like little like tease or cameo, and then later on like bump it to a fight and until like the fourth one or whatever, and then he could have his own solo venture, which makes more sense because he's the reason that Venom exists. They're built on hatred for him. That's what it is.
right? Yeah, I think that's the biggest problem I have. Like, it's not. It's told differently. It's Venom and Eddie Brock.
Yeah.
Are together now before they even meet Peter.
Yeah.
And Peter doesn't even work for the Daily Bugle
yet.
He's not even a photographer. So it's like that connection is kind of like missing a little bit, and it's going to be surprising to see how they go about it.
I think they'll take their time. I don't think they're going to rush into it. I think what they're going to do is they're just teasing it now, so that way we at least know that he's going to be in it. He might even be in post credit for the next movie.
Sure,
because at that point you're still building the character, and you're going to build that hatred. Now, if they end up, we're not going to have the multiverse end with this movie. The multiverse is going to continue for several movies.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
We got time.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah. See, the thing is, right now, only we can do right now is wait until we see Spider-Man. Yeah, only thing we can do right now is wait until Spider-Man, see what happens, and then go from there. Because after that, and then wait until Doctor Strange's movie, second movie, and see where it happens from there. So there's a lot of multiverse things happening, but we have to wait until certain movies or shows to see what actually happens. So it's
now,
all like,
Now here's the thing about that. I feel that I kind of don't mind. Now I know where you're getting at, Black Caesar, with them pushing it, but I kind of don't mind the fact of Sony doing the way they did it. As not too much. Like I don't mind it too much that they went a different direction, because by doing this and introducing Spider-Man after Eddie becomes Venom, down the road, Venom literally abandons Eddie for Peter, and the hatred starts to come out of it like he starts almost having like a drug withdrawal in a way.
Yeah,
because I mean, technically, even though Venom's a symbiote, he's from what I heard, he's considered almost like a parasite in a way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course.
He needs a host body to survive. Yeah.
Right. So Eddie got so used to Venom being with him that now when Venom eventually abandons him, goes to Spider-Man, this hatred is going to overflow him so much that it's going that, during that whole, it's going to feed him into being wherever Peter is when he's this black suit Spider-Man, and almost like the Venom symbiote's going to start understanding the hatred fuel that whatchamacallit, what's his name, Eddie has. It's almost kind of like a overflow of energy for the symbiote to feed off of.
Sure.
So by siphoning some of the abilities of Spider-Man and feed it into the whole thing of Eddie Brock, it makes him like twice as powerful.
Yeah. I mean,
like in a way, kind of like how he is in the comic books. Because you gotta realize when like Spider-Man can't sense Venom with the spider sense. He can't sense him with the spider sense at all in the comic books because it's like having a twin being around almost. It's like you're having yourself being around because a piece of the DNA, Spider-Man's DNA, is in Venom.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, because actually, there's one trait that I'm pissed off that they didn't.
No, I'm not reading from a script. I swear I'm not. I just had a lot of questions about it, and it's very, very detailed stuff because I've been thinking about this since I watched that post-credit scene. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's all good. I was saying like there's just one other particular thing that like pisses me off. I mean, other than like the first complaints I was bringing about. How is it that I mean, I guess unless they plan on showing these abilities later on, how is it he's not mimicking other clothing the way he is in the books? I mean, that was another thing, like, you know what I mean? Because that was another like ability he had. Like if he wanted to blend in like with the SWAT team, or he wanted to be like a construction worker or anything like that, he could just slip out like that. Like that was that was one of his cool sneaky traits that he had.
Because now it just seems like he's like the Guyver.
You notice how they skipped out on that when it came to like this movie, because I hate to say they did Carnage wrong in this movie.
Yes, the hell they did. Casting, yes. Character wrong.
Like it's hard to do Carnage PG-13.
It is.
Like it's really hard to do because he's a serial killer and a mass murderer. And when he has Carnage, like I'm talking about Cletus Cassidy by himself.
Yeah.
But when he has Carnage, it's even heightened at an all-time level. I think they went about doing Carnage wrong. Only to get to, I think this whole movie was only a plot device just to get to the credit scene, just to move it along. Like and not to mention they did. I hate to say it, kind of Spider-Man 3 this shit. They just was like, okay, that's it, we're done.
Well, it's not inaccurate because they did.
Because now Carnage is dead.
At least for now.
Carnage is dead, so it's
Redbeard. It's PG-13. I know.
Yeah. So how do you go about? Because Carnage is supposed to not be dead, but he at least supposed to be around. But how do you go about doing that now? I mean, the whole hatred thing, I like that. The only thing about it is that
it was.
Yes, it was PG-13.
I got a feeling that because Spider-Man is supposedly a murderer, right? That Eddie's gonna be doing the reporter thing, right? Trying to see who Spider-Man is, do the whole reporting thing and stuff like that, and really start hating this guy. And I think that I think that's gonna start building, right?
But he already kind of knows he's Spider-Man.
No, he doesn't. Everybody knows he's Spider-Man.
That's what I mean. Everyone knows he's Spider-Man now.
Yeah.
Right.
He just
But I
never
think
seen
it's
his attributes. He hasn't seen his attributes, but he just thought it was interesting.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
But Eddie's a reporter now, right? So he's probably going to start doing this a lot of reporting and stuff like that, trying to figure out whatnot, and and then eventually that hate will build up to something.
That's probably the
And-
most we'll see.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
if we can get like the Eddie Brock that we like need to have, and not this like panicky,
Yeah,
dude.
I agree.
But you also got to understand that the Daily Bugle is also a web show and a podcast. It's not a
Right.
Newspaper now.
Yeah.
But,
Gotta go
still,
with the flow
but
of
Eddie is
times.
still a reporter, though. So it don't even matter if it's a podcast or whatever.
Well, hell, we don't even know now anymore because he could be anything in the MCU now.
Yeah, it could literally
Yeah.
be anything. We don't.
Well,
know.
We don't know if his career switched over to the different dimension.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah.
Right, he could be on Indeed.com trying to figure out his next life movie shit.
He said Indeed.com. I'm done.
Yeah, man.
You're
LinkedIn.
right. My bad. I could have said ZipRecruiter. You're right.
Oh my god.
Dude.
But
man.
as far as like the camouflage suit thing that he did have, he could get that later. He's still
Yes, we may.
learning. He's still learning to be with Venom fucking up.
Venom was for that scene. Venom was about to show him all the shit that he can do. He was like, "I could do a lot of shit. You want me to show you?" And he was like, "Yeah." And then
The light happened.
The light happened, and freaking the multiverse changed. And he was like, "Wait, what happened? I didn't do that."
He's like, "What the fuck?"
Right.
Oh,
Well, he's
Here's
probably
the
going to learn how to he's probably going to need it specifically. That's probably why they hyped it up because the shit was coming, and of
Sure.
course they had to do the next time on Dragon Ball Z shit. Fuck with him.
I mean, true. They did do that.
no. Now here's the question: who do you think caused that rift into the MCU?
Dude, it's the whole Spider-Man thing, bro.
No,
Well, not necessarily.
I don't think
It could
so.
be.
No,
It could be everything that happened in Loki.
It's
True.
like,
that's what I'm thinking.
and
Yeah.
the person who started
The brand.
that, but the person who started that ripple was Wanda. She was the one who created the ripple.
No, she created a whole universe in
She
one
created
spot.
one around
She
around the town of New
She
Jersey.
created her own universe, yes. But then when she became Scarlet Witch, she started the ripple.
No, because
Yes.
it didn't rip through the entire universe.
It
Well,
didn't
only-
really
it's
entire-
only
she
in
started the
there.
ripple, and there was a
It's a
chain of
box.
events with Loki and
No.
everybody else. Everybody else had their play into the split of the dimension. And
But
even
her
if you
wasn't.
and even if you watch What If, it's the same thing with that too. Doctor Strange had his own thing with it too. That's all canon.
But Doctor Strange, but hold up, Doctor Strange stuff only like he pocketed himself in there. It didn't happen. It wasn't like a ripple throughout the entire universe. The only time we see a ripple throughout the entire universe is when we're going to watch Spider-Man, the What If, and possibly Loki. If what's the name? Shelby changed anything.
Well, I mean, don't forget, like the Darkhold has those kind of properties where it can open things up, which
Correct.
Wanda was looking into. So,
Right. But we didn't
and,
get
you
there.
know, the Dark Dimension.
Right, we didn't get there yet because the Doctor Strange movie is supposed to change all that. Well, we're supposed to go into there.
And
I,
seems like a
but
catalyst. Yeah.
I believe that it was actually the Loki thing because it's been when they have this like whole behind the scenes thing on Disney Plus about like each of the shows, and
Mhm.
Loki happened simultaneously with all the shows
Right.
technically.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the change started to happen before Sylvie killed
The one above all, or
killed the
whatever.
one above all.
Yeah.
Well, not the one above all.
I mean, I'm sorry.
Oh God, what's his name?
He who remains.
Yeah,
He who remains. Thank you.
The change started. Yeah, I know, Redbeard. The change started to happen right before she killed him. So, because when he stops and he's looking around, and then he's like, "It's happening. We're going through the threshold," and then you see behind him, everything starts to split and stuff like that slowly. And then he's all like, "Now I don't know what's gonna happen after this."
He wasn't paying attention to the timeline. and then Wanda started her shit, and then Sylvie killed this dude, which ended it completely, and that's what started the full multiverse.
Sylvie locked it in place.
Literally, everyone had their own piece into it, but Sylvie was the one who ultimately like fucked over everybody and created the multiverse.
Oh,
I believe that Wanda was just looking through the Darkhold, kind of like what is the thing that Professor Xavier does?
Oh, it was Cerebro.
But no, when he goes into those mind wars with people and shit like that.
The astral plane. That's the astral plane.
Yeah, I believe she went into the astral plane through different dimensions, trying to find her kids. And then she's like trying to follow all of the. She's basically, since she's a Nexus being, she's basically kind of breaking all of the rules with this Darkhold. At the same time as that is happening, I disagree. I think it was.
Hey.
At least you know Nighthawk.
I mean, at least you know your heroes.
I mean, yeah, that's true. He's probably looking at like a Wikipedia right now.
Damn.
But
I got you, bro. With Batman and Flash.
Wrong universe.
Oh,
I mean,
Google, baby. Damn right. I knew it. No, but I believe as soon as she was looking through the Darkhold at the end of WandaVision, that's the same time where the threshold began to kind of form, and then when Sylvie killed what's his face, that's when the whole thing just shattered completely.
Mm-hmm. One Who Remains.
Yes, the One Who Remains. So I believe it was a combination of a lot of things that happened all at once. Thank you, Cedric, for saving the day with that name. I keep forgetting that motherfucker's name because now
I'm gonna have to get you some fucking Prevagine, you forgetting ass nigga.
No, Sokka has that whole one above all in my head now. I'm like, shit.
I know. It's like my man got them 3 syllables and shit.
Yeah, no.
It's like, can't you just be one?
He's a Steven Seagal movie.
Here's the thing. We won't know a lot of stuff until one, we see Spider-Man, one, we see Doctor Strange's movie, and the continuation of Loki's show, and the ramifications of What If. Because I mean,
and Ant-Man. Yes, we know that, but again,
Ant-Man
speculation. We know we got to see the movies, but this is talking out of speculation of what we think.
Yeah, no.
You're like shortening the conversation by saying
so
we gotta watch the movies.
After Spider-Man, we gotta look back at this episode, and then after
if we were right,
Doctor Strange. Well, not if we were right, but I guess you could say we were right. You know, see who was right and who had the best idea that was close to it at least.
Yeah, no, I feel that would be cool. I mean, hell, something in Eternals may show something. We don't know.
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, if we're talking cosmic, then yeah, sure.
Because honestly, I wouldn't rule them out either.
The only thing I'm expecting,
they probably might talk more about the Celestials. Sorry for cutting you off.
Yeah, no. The only thing I'm expecting to see from the Eternals is one, like the birth or some image of mutants, Thanos, and Galactus. That's all. That's or even the living tribunal, something like that. Something that's really out there that we haven't seen yet. So I'd
be surprised if we get the living tribunal.
That's what I'm saying. But I want to see something of that area. You know what I mean? Or even something mention of Galactus. You know, something of that. But something of that nature. But I hope we'll see what.
But
happens.
I have a feeling that they might have something also towards the end to deal with the multiverse also being I guess emerged towards the end. Like the multiverse seems to be cracking at the end of their movie in a way.
But they
because a lot of these Phase 4 movies in the beginning, in a way, they're like all happening towards the same point of where the multiverse is breaking.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because the TV shows didn't, except for Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Well, you say breaking, but it's not breaking. There's just multiple of them, right?
No. Breaking as in like out of control to the point where it can never be put together as a singularity. You know what I mean?
Episode.
Well, I mean, when we saw Loki, that kind of was the big thing, and now there's this war that's
When we
happening.
saw Endgame, that was a big thing.
Well, yeah, but now we have this war that's supposed to be happening with all the Kangs. So there's that involved in there too. So which is multiple versions of them, which is multiple different versions, multiverses of them, because the one who he remains was he kept it in check, but now he's dead. So there's
I love this.
what?
Oh god,
doomsday scenario.
That's some good thinking. I gotta give you that. I gotta give you credit on that one.
Gotta rely on Kratos. He's just throwing everything in there.
So it is, motherfuckers.
Yeah. He said Kratos.
I mean, Kratos fucks up everything anyway.
Don't he though?
Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. He killed all the Greek gods.
You lying. You ain't never met no Martin Luther King.
Fuck you, and fuck you. Who's next?
So, I mean, we'll see what happens.
But, yeah.
Indeed.
So, without further ado, we're going to get started with the Konami Konundrum that's going on. Konami basically... Huh? What'd you say?
Well played. Your plan was satisfactory. Continue.
Konami is basically sending at least 3 of their AAA games to outsource companies. One of them was originally said it was going to be Blue Point, who are like the king of game remakes, but I don't think that's them anymore. But originally they were going to do a Metal Gear game, a Silent Hill game, and a Castlevania game. Now, Konami says that they're keeping the Castlevania remake in-house. I have doubts that that's going to be good. I mean, look what they did with Metal Gear by doing Metal Gear Survive. And then look what they did to Contra with Contra Rogue Squadron or something.
You know they got a new Contra game coming out too, right?
Yeah. Nope.
They got a new Contra game.
Why would you mention Metal Gear Survive?
Because it's one of the bad ones that it's one of the bad ones that cannot. You might as well just be on that screen.
You might just come over here and just be on here with me, like for real.
Just hop up on a chair.
With your dumb ass.
Get your dumb ass over here.
Turn your shit off. Anyway.
That means I don't need this shit.
No, but the thing is, like, I only reason why I mentioned Metal Gear Survive because it was something that Konami did that was horrible. It was a horrible idea that they did instead of even remotely trying to do anything with something that they already had. Like they tried to make something completely new and then was like, oh, let's do something that people love these days. They love zombies. Let's do that. Wrong.
No, I know what they did. They were just like, you know what?
Talking about Rick James.
They were like, you know what? We got to get Metal Gear fans back, right? We got to get a new game. I have an idea. Zombies.
That'll get them.
Metal
Gear Survive should have been Metal Gear Never Existed.
Oh my gosh.
We can go Resident Evil route. And somebody had to be in office like,
No, you're right, Redbeard. Survive was a cash grab, and they didn't get shit for it.
Correct. They got $4.37. That's what they got.
Somebody bought that?
Exactly. Yes, the Gullibles. That's the next Marvel team that's coming. The Gullibles.
The Gullibles. Oh my gosh.
Oh, shit.
Nah, but originally Blue Point.
His pillow here makes it look like he has cat ears.
What?
Sit up.
What he said?
I'm trying not to die so hard. My fucking tablet was acting stupid. And I said, you know what? Let me use my phone. And then my phone, because I left my location on, was plugging it in. And I said, too hot for the hot tub. So I put my phone in the freezer. And then I just came over.
You put your phone in the freezer?
This shit was hot. I wasn't going to leave it there for a long time just to cool it out. And I just said, you know what? Let me walk my ass out here and talk my shit. And here I am, rocking like a hurricane. And if I knew it was going to be this complicated, I would have done this 40 fucking minutes ago.
You should have did it 40 minutes ago.
Shut your face.
But anyway, Redbeard, to answer your question. Yeah, Redbeard, to answer your question, Blue Point, they're a gaming company that basically did remakes and remasters, such as they did remasters of Uncharted, the Nathan Drake collection, Shadow of the Colossus, Demon Souls. They worked on the God of War collection. Let's see, they work there right now.
Just pull out.
It's pull against your street.
No, just pick it up.
I'll go grab the chair.
Whatever.
They worked on the Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance remaster.
Is that the one for the Nintendo?
3. What?
Was that the one for the Nintendo or?
No. Metal Gear Solid 2. That's the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know they did.
They do
Metal
anything
Gear for the Nintendo,
original? No, I don't think they do it. I think they just do remakes and remasters. Really, that's about it. They don't do anything like really original that I know of. The studio remastered Ico also. Yeah, they don't do anything original.
Okay.
That's about that. That's all I know. Oh, I guess their first game, which is Blast Factor, and that came out in PlayStation 3.
Sounds like a porno. Blast Factor.
Blast Factor? I thought you said Blast Master. I was about to say that sounds like this.
I'm saying the next thing I said Blast Factor. Like, what's wrong with you?
Don't ever ask that question again, Redbeard.
Okay, so Redbeard's asking this question. So then we're getting another remake or remaster of Metal Gear Solid. To correct that, we are getting a not a remake or remaster of Metal Gear Solid. We're getting a remake of Metal Gear Solid 3. Snake Eater.
Why?
What? Why?
Really? That game was awesome already. Why the fuck are we doing this now?
Why? Because I believe they want to I believe they want to update the graphics or some shit like that. Now
that would be a cash grab, and I will fucking buy 1 million copies.
I would too. I'm not gonna lie. That's my favorite Metal Gear game.
It makes no sense.
It makes no sense. You're right.
Like, how are you gonna kill that dude if you can't take a fucking memory card out? That's bullshit.
That was the first. That was Metal Gear Solid, the first one.
No, oh no, you had to change the time on the dude.
Oh, the end. Yeah, the sniper guy. Yep. I know what you're talking about. But now here's the thing. Here's the thing with Konami. Konami, they got rid of literally everything that was Kojima. They even got rid of his gaming engine, the Fox engine, that basically made Metal Gear Solid 5 like amazing, like the look of it wise anyway. Oh yeah. Stays disrespecting Kojima. It's true, they do. And the thing is, by doing that, they literally got rid of a great engine that can literally do amazing things with other games, but they just got rid of it and just said, "Piss off, we don't want it no more."
Oh,
So literally, Kojima pretty much when he got his new company, he literally just made the engine again, and just and he's making a Death Stranding 2 now. I know Death Stranding's kind of like split down the middle. You either like it or you just can't stand it.
I mean, okay.
I haven't even played it, so if anybody has it,
I have it, but I only have it digitally.
Oh, you have a physical copy?
Wait, he has it.
No, I have it digitally.
Damn it.
He
has it.
Okay.
I said I have it, but I only have it digitally. I don't have it physical copy.
Okay.
But it's cheap for a physical copy right now if you get it at GameStop.
how much is it?
GameStop.
$5?
Hey, nigga.
No, it's not $5. It's still in the double digits. It's like maybe I think 20 or 25. I think.
Is that all?
I think.
I don't want to spend money on it. Yo, anybody watching, if y'all got it, let me know, yo.
Oh man.
Oh no, avoid that.
Money.
But yeah, they keep spitting on Kojima's name with this, like, and the thing is, by Konami giving third party PO box that shit.
Exactly. PO box that shit.
So yeah, like Konami's basically sending it to all these different, sending a lot of their AAA games to all these different third parties, and Kojima Productions, I think, might be getting Silent Hill, which would be amazing because then Kojima can kind of put his spin on a remake, you know.
Okay.
But we'll see. I mean, I don't. Konami should be dead and in the water by now, but they're just. But they're. Yeah, Konami should be dead and in the water. Think about it. What else do they have
besides
once they got rid of him?
Yeah, they really didn't have any crazy titles.
They didn't do anything new with Silent Hill no more.
Really?
Yeah, they didn't.
Wow.
Kojima was about to do a new Silent Hill with PT.
Jesus.
Oh, that's what I was
And
thinking.
they ruined that shit for Pachinko machines. Go fuck yourself.
I mean, that's what I was thinking of. I was like, when you were saying Konami needs a go, I'm like, wait a minute, don't they have like other? And I was like, that's Platinum Games.
Yeah,
two different companies.
No,
I was thinking of
Konami needs to get out of the console game business. Stick with their Pachinkos and just fuck off, because they're not doing anything new. They fucked up with Contra again,
and they're making another one.
They're making another one, which they're probably gonna fuck up again because they should just use the Fox engine for the new Contra game, but they're not. They're trying to do a remake of Castlevania. That's probably going to be bombed out the water.
It was Contra done by like these indie developers, and that shit was good, better than the fucking Contra.
Yeah, but it's their Konami's not doing anything with a lot of their shit. That's why why do you think they're sending it out to third parties, third party companies?
That's because Konami right now, they're doing OnlyFans. They're sending it out to
That's basically what they're doing with all their old games right now. They're getting them remastered for a fee.
Oh wow!
Oh wait!
It's also a competition.
Konami doesn't have Final Fight, does it?
No.
Or is that Capcom? That's Capcom. Okay, yes, that's Capcom right there. Yeah.
You keep bringing up these letdown titles because the last fucking Final Fight made me want to not fight anymore at all. That shit was garbage. That shit was gold in the trash Olympics. Good God.
Gold in the trash Olympics. Jesus Christ.
And the winner is undisputed king of trash. Final fight. What the fuck was the last one called? Final fight, the letdown. I think that's what it was called.
Do you know they're coming out with a new King of Fighters?
Yeah.
No
And
shit.
look good.
Oh damn.
King of Fighters will
So-
always be a thing that will always come around.
It was kind of scary, but it was alright.
The new one looks good too.
Going to final It really was.
Wait, hold up. A nickname. Have you seen? Well, probably not. And you probably shouldn't, but you really should. Have you seen Born to Fight?
I have. I don't think I have.
Well, the reason why we keep bringing it back and going back to this shit is because there's a constant thing of me bothering this man, Alteron Robinson, because when it comes to like movies, we'd be like, yo, your shit is on fucking on the watch list of like fucking movie terrorism because sometimes so one of them that we never let him forget is Born to Fight. Now it was an action movie that they did a lot of risk and did a lot of stuff in it. But when you watch it, you're like, what the fuck are these niggas doing? But the way he hyped it, you thought that shit was moving like the train to Busan, but that shit wasn't moving at all.
Not gonna lie, I really think, and this, I know this may sound like a waste of fucking time.
Watch Born to Fight.
All of us should watch Born to Fight and see nicknames like reaction to this bullshit.
Oh my lord!
I'm just waiting for that one motherfucker with the crutch. He'll see.
Let him see it
But
first.
I didn't spell anything. I said just that. That alone, you'd be like,
Ooh. They really need to make a remake of that.
that was a good game.
That was same people who made Tekken. So it was,
Yeah, it was Bandai Namco. No,
When did that movie come out?
Namco.
Namco. Before the
No, Urban Reign. Oh, you talking about Born to Fight?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know when it came out.
Was it like an old movie or was it like a couple of years ago?
It's like a 2000s movie.
2004 year, 2004.
Okay.
2003. It's old.
It's out.
It's out.
It's out. Man.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But other than that, that is basically our show for the night.
No, it's not. We still have to talk about Daredevil being in the MCU because there is news of that just passed up. So Daredevil, apparently the main cast of the Netflix show Daredevil will be in the TV show, the spinoff TV show of Hawkeye, which is going to be called Echo.
And has the Illuminati confirmed that?
Yeah, that is confirmed. So that's going to be the new thing going forward. Like Hawkeye's going to have a spinoff show, which is Echo, who's going to be a villain at this point. She's going to be one of the other people that's going to be hunting him because now we have I don't know if anybody's seen Black Widow. Did anybody watch Black Widow?
If you didn't by now, you're a fuckhead.
All right. Well, if
Elena Belova.
Yeah, she's going to be hunting Hawkeye.
Yep.
So, and now in the Hawkeye TV show, it's going to be, yes, he's still being Hawkeye. Jeremy
For
Renner-
6 episodes, and then who knows?
Well, the Hawkeye show, it's Hawkeye, but it's introducing Kate Bishop, it's introducing Echo.
And you also got to realize these episodes need to be short because they're $100 million a piece.
Damn. Dude, that's less than a 2.5 minute episode.
Wow, that's a lot.
Bro,
yeah.
I found out how much WandaVision was. Each episode, just to get made, was at least $75 to $80 million an episode.
In Jersey?
Just because of the special effects that these things are made like movies. They're not made like TV shows.
I repeat, in Jersey?
You stupid.
It worked for Massive and you.
Was it? Where were they in Jersey?
I just watched the trailer. For Born to Fight. Why were they fighting with melons, dog? What was that, yo? All I saw was just them fighting with melons. There was melons that were on fire and shit. Niggas were playing soccer. What is that?
Oh my god!
The exact reaction we would expect. That is. Oh shit.
But yeah, I mean,
but for real, Echo is the main reason why I fell in love with Daredevil. I'll never forget, trade paperback called Parts of a Whole. Echo was introduced, and that's when I fell in love with Daredevil, and I've been a Daredevil fan ever since.
Hey yo, nickname. Did you see the one-legged? Did you see that one-legged dude in there?
I don't think
hold on. Before we even get to Born to Fight, he's talking. Finish what you were saying.
No, that was pretty much it. So I can't wait to see them actually actually bring her forth as a character in MCU, because I was hoping to see her for a minute, and yeah,
You'll get to see her in Hawkeye.
yeah.
I was hoping.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
they would bring all those characters over, and they ended up scrapping all those shows.
So. Well, now they're being brought over by, and they're bringing over by Disney, and apparently, they're bringing over a Punisher as well.
So the only reason
Barthol, his Punisher.
Yeah, the only reason why they're bringing over the cast of Daredevil is to be completely honest. Casual viewers do not know who the fuck Echo is, and if they're gonna give her her own like spin-off show, they're gonna put characters in there that people know, for them to watch the show.
Yeah, so they don't bring back Finn Jones. I'm okay.
Well,
yeah,
Let's leave. He doesn't even want to do that character again anymore.
He fucking better not.
Yeah, stay away.
Wait, who?
Finn Jones.
Oh. Well, no, they already said that they're going to be recasting Iron Fist and Luke Cage.
The forgettable Iron Fist.
So Disney
Shut
Plus
up, Redbeard.
The insufferable Iron Fist.
So they're going to be bringing they're going to be bringing a lot of these characters from Netflix over. So they're going to be under the whole Disney umbrella. So
as long as it's 99% of them, and that 1% obviously being Finn Jones being left out, because no one cares.
Give me the Defenders minus Finn Jones.
Exactly.
Well, he's not going to be Iron Fist. They're recasting the Iron Fist altogether, and Luke Cage, because they're going to be doing actually Heroes for Hire. So
I don't know why they're gonna that was. Yo,
yeah, right. Yeah,
I don't mind that either. Bring back Christy Ritter.
They haven't really said anything about that.
They said if they wanted her back, she'd be down, and they like talked to her about it, but they haven't confirmed it.
They haven't confirmed. They only confirmed. Well, they only confirmed with the whole Hawkeye spinoff, which Echo, and then you're gonna have the Daredevil.
I just want Vincent D'Onofrio to come back, yo.
That's
as far as I read, he's not confirmed yet, but he wants to come back so bad.
Apparently, he will be in Hawkeye.
I doubt it. I doubt it, but
I mean, it would be nice if he did.
That would be cool. That would be nice.
Because there's a person that hires Echo.
Yeah, but they're probably going to change that into something as like military or some dumb shit like that.
Nah,
the way the MCU has been acting lately, that's how they're gonna pull it somehow. I have a feeling. I have this weird feeling.
Well, isn't she connected to Kingpin? Yeah. Exactly.
But
So
just because she's connected to Kingpin doesn't mean anything, because the MCU has been changing a lot of shit.
That's true.
That's true, but
the multiverse is changing, so we don't know what's going on.
Yeah, right.
We don't know.
They don't shy away. They don't shy away too much from origins, especially a little bit, but not too much. Not in this scenario, especially when the movie being in New York. I mean,
they pretty much changed. I mean, well, they had to, but they pretty much changed Shang-Chi's entire origin. But they had to, because it was completely like.
They had to because of Iron Man 3.
Yeah,
and I agree with
Iron Man 3,
and they called back to it, which I love.
Yeah,
word.
They want to stray away from that Fu Manchu shit. Because that's racist.
All right, man.
Aloha, Peanut. See you around.
All right, thanks, Peanut, for coming in.
Much appreciated.
But yeah, I as much as I want him to come back, Kingpin, I highly doubt that he'll be back for Hawkeye. He might be, hopefully, he might be back for something. Excuse me, for something in the future. But I don't think he's coming back for Hawkeye.
But like if they're bringing back Daredevil in Echo and in the Echo thing, he's definitely gonna be Kingpin. I don't think anybody. They're not gonna recast Kingpin.
No. I didn't say recast him. I just said that if he's gonna be in Hawkeye, I don't think he himself is Kingpin. The character is gonna be in Hawkeye. He might be an Echo. Maybe
that's a possibility.
I mean, we might not see a full figure, but we might see a shadow of him.
Well, maybe I don't know about shadow, but
he might be Alfred Hitchcock. Good evening.
I mean,
I don't think he'll be a shadow because the thing is, like, people know who the Kingpin is, but then again, people don't know who the MCU Kingpin is anymore. So you might be right with the shadow thing, or he might be just a voice on the telephone or some dumb shit. I don't know.
That would be good. Man, that'd get me excited as hell. It's like, oh shit, he exists.
Yeah.
Any kind of tease, really. Any tease.
Exactly.
Right. That pretty much confirmed it.
Yeah, you're right. You never know with Vincent's schedule. He does work a lot. That's true. He does work a lot.
Yeah, man. If he's not solving crimes, he's committing them.
So this sounds like a good time to shut down the studio. What do you think?
Calm down, Diddy.
That's right.
Good time to peel onions, huh, Playboy? You like peeling onions?
Sir Wednesday, push this motherfucker out the way and get close to the mic and sound us off.
All right. Fuck out of here. Anyway, thanks for coming on the Story, bro, with another fantastic episode. I'm here with my boy Alteron Robinson. I'm Sir Wednesday. If you like this content that we provide to you, and we know you do, feel free to contact us on our telephone number, which is 973-370-3115. Craig, the number?
973-370-3115. We're getting rid of this fucking number. I'm just telling you that right now.
I love doing that to it. Feel free to also check us on these platforms. Here, they didn't appear here, but they'll do it in post. Boom. There you go. There you go. Also, check us out on the Instagrams, on the Twitters. Make sure you check us out on Official True Story Bro. And follow us where all the platforms where podcasts are shown. Shout out to all our promotion people that we pay. You know, we got Wild Bills. If you go to drinkwildbills.com, you can get True Story Bro. Put us in the code, and you get 10% off. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I don't think that's a flavor, but it might be. Who knows? Just remember.
they got lemon.
They got lemon? Just remember.
No, they don't have iced tea no more.
They don't have iced tea?
Yeah. They don't have lemonade or iced tea no more. It was a seasonal thing.
What?
No, but hey, they may bring it back. We don't know, but they do have coffee now for all those coffee drinkers out there. And they do
tea. That iced tea was amazing.
It was. I'm going to talk to Mike, yo. I'm going to talk to Mike and see if he can bring those back.
You got to show him this episode. That's it. Just show him this episode. What? Everyone was complaining.
No iced tea. It's chocolate. Blah.
Fuck up, Redbeard. You suck because you're working.
You sucks in general. But anyway.
Also, if you guys want to watch, fight, or just talk to Roundhouse over here with the Spider-Man shirt on, the Spider-Man 2099 shirt on, you can catch him here.
That's you.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
I pop in there from time to time and call him a little bitch. So, y'all can join in on that.
You can also catch us in person November 5th through the 7th in Rhode Island Comic-Con, which is going to be in Providence, Rhode Island, in the Dunkin' Donuts Center.
The Dunkin' Donuts.
Boston Cream.
Without further ado, everybody watch Born to Fight. Good night.
That's it. That's it. That's how you end the show. That's
Yeah.
it.
Good night, everybody.
Deuces.